Right, how's it going? I just thought I'd make a quick video to show my carnivorous plant collection. Started very recently. I bought my first one about 2 months ago now, and I've just kind of been adding and adding. So I keep them in this little propagator here on my windowsill. I keep about half an inch of water in the bottom. I keep it in there all the time. They recommend in winter that you don't do that, but my windowsill gets very hot, so my plants haven't really gone into their winter dormancy. Alright, if I just remove the lid so we can have a better look. Right, so my first plant here, this is the Drosera Capensis. I was actually gifted this by one of my friends. I think she grew this from seed this summer, so it's not very old, but as you can see, it's really developing well. There's a nice amount of moss in the bottom. There's actually some seedlings growing in the bottom as well, so I'll have to divide them out once they get a little bit bigger. After this, I then purchased online. I bought this Pinguicula Weser. That's what it stated online, however it does look a little bit different to the pictures. I do have a couple of aphids on this guy, as you can see right there. I'll get rid of that in a minute once I finish the video. There's not too much to say about this. I really like the look of it, and it's very easy to propagate. I will probably do a separate video on how to propagate these, because it is very easy and very quick. You can do it in a matter of weeks. And I keep this in exactly the same environment as the Drosera. Same amount of water, as you can see in the bottom there. There's the water. There's a bit of sphagnum moss in the bottom. I just put it there to see if it grew. This one grows very quickly. It grows a new leaf every week, if not 2 leaves a week. It's ridiculous. If I quickly just turn this around. So I also tried growing Droseras from seed. So the Drosera Capensis again, and they take about a month and a half. They take between 1 month and 6 months, I guess, to come up, but I've been quite lucky. Quite a lot have come up in there, and I sowed those the 15th of October, and it's now the 28th of November, so they're doing quite well. They're coming up with their second leaves now. In here at the moment is nothing. There are some Nepenthes seeds in there, and they have been in there since the 21st of October. I'm not expecting to see anything come up from those. They're supposed to be very hard to germinate, and I will agree. So far I've had some random grass come up in there, and that's about it. But the moss is growing lovely. Right, that's all that's in that container. Then my most recent purchase is a Nepenthes Bloody Mary. I'm just going to change my camera angle to get... Right, here we've got my Nepenthes Bloody Mary. I actually bought this on Amazon. I was not expecting to receive a plant of this quality. I was expecting something a little ill looking and very small. I paid about roughly £14 for this, which it's fairly expensive, but it's not too bad. I just wanted one really bad, so I thought I'll definitely try. Quite a large amount of pictures on here, as you can see, in a nice red colour. I've only had this for about a week now, so very new to it. I've done my research and I've looked up the soil types and what they need and how much water they need, but I'm not certain of the soil it's in. So I'm going to leave it in there for a while, just see how it does, and then go from there as to whether I need to change anything. There's a closer look. The picture's looking really healthy. It's looking great. Some of the older ones, like this one, obviously that could probably be cut off. Also, I noticed right in here, if we just move this little, oh, that's a really old one. move that one out of the way. There is a really, really young one growing in there. Let me see if I can get that. And I believe that's a side shoot coming up, because there is also new baby leaves in there. So that's quite interesting. I might be able to propagate that at some point. So that is, at the moment, my carnivorous plant collection. I do have some propagated material. I'm not maybe, yeah, I'll show that now, but I will do a separate video showing how to propagate. But if I just bring in the Pinguicula babies, so I've actually got 2 lots of these. So there's that container and there's also this container. So the way in which you do this is like, they're called pullings. So you pull off one of the adult leaves, lay it down in a moist condition, and then after a couple of weeks you'll see these little guys growing from them. As you can see there, sorry about the shaking. Right, if you look at that leaf, there's a tiny little green sprout at the bottom of it. That's how these all started. And then you just gradually remove them from the leaf, or allow the leaf to biodegrade. And then that's how you form all these new plants. So I started from 1, and I now have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's about 10 in there in total. So that's a very efficient way of propagating Pinguiculas. I probably will do a separate video on that. Oh, I do also have a couple more seedlings in here of the Droseras. That's not going to focus. Let me try and change the angle. There we are. Yep, there we go. So there's a couple in there. I've just put them in this because these are Koya in here, which is slightly acidic and is something used instead of peat, and peat is very hard to get your hands on, so I thought I'd give that a go and see how well that does. Okay, that's my collection so far. I will probably do an update video in the future, but it depends on what you guys want to see. I will probably start to do videos of my garden again soon. I'm quite excited to do it. I do want to do it. It's just finding the time to do it. So if you guys want that, then I'll definitely do that. I've also got a lot of plants over there, but I can make a separate video on that as well. So I think that is it for now, and I'll hopefully see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.